Hey guys, I have a video for you today. This is Unchained here, by the way. Thank you for watching my content. I have no idea where this reading will take us, but we are going to pull one of these spread cards and let's just see where they take us today. How you guys been? I hope everybody's doing good. Enjoying late winter. Here in Canada it's really cold. We're getting a cold streak. Yeah, I think that's what they call it. But yeah, it's like minus 20 out there. My dog loves to sleep on the balcony. She's a husky, so I guess that makes sense. So I could not bring her in tonight. I'm recording this at night. But yeah, she's not allowed to sleep out there for sure. But here, let's see what the cards have for us today. If the universe wants to tell us anything. This is a collective reading. Take what resonates, you guys. Don't force anything. Just leave the rest for whoever it resonates with. And also, please like, subscribe. If you're on TikTok, follow, comment, save the video. And I appreciate all your help. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. And it will take some time, but you guys are all helping. So I appreciate you for all of that. Okay, so it looks like today's reading will be about care, self-care, and it has a lot to do with the intention you put into taking care of yourself. So we are going to find out how you guys can care for yourself, how you can care for others, and perhaps what is the biggest lesson that you need to learn about self-care. We are going to start with, you know what? We're gonna do this dark matter oracle. This is perfect for shadow work. So, you know what? I don't know why I'm taking it in that direction, but let's see what the universe has for us here. What do we need to know? How can the collective care for themselves? Well, okay. Bride in a cage. Okay, so this has got to do with freedom. This has got to do with freedom and also with not allowing superficial things to dictate your reality and your life and the way you feel. So I feel like here I should give you an example. Is probably the easiest way to express myself. So sometimes we think that, you know, the way we look or the circles, the social circles we take part in, or the places we frequent, or the cars we drive, or the houses we live in, tells the world a lot about who we are. But those things tell nothing to yourself or to the world about who you are. Who you are, it's something that cannot be caged. All those things are like really glittery, attractive, and shiny. But at a soul level, from a spiritual perspective, they do absolutely nothing for you. It's just fluff. It's just, yeah. It's not a direction you want to go in when you take care of yourself. So this card right here tells me that we need to check ourselves when it comes to where we invest our energy, and if there's anything plastic in your life, so anything that is not truly real or is not who you are, that you concern yourself with too much, it would be a great idea to take your desires in a different direction and maybe start focusing on something deeper and something more meaningful that will liberate you. And we're going to pull some cards later here to see, maybe we can get a little bit more in depth about what it is. And how can you care for others? Let's see. Because when we are being ourselves, it shows, you guys. It shows and it reflects in everything we do, everything we create, and anything that we show the world. So when we are our true, authentic self, It's almost like a light that we shine upon everybody else that comes in contact with us or with whatever it is that we create. So we what we don't realize when we're authentic, we help ourselves, but we also help the world. It's like you're spreading that light and the truth. Artificial heart. So this is pretty much what funny. Like I spoke this card into existence. Exactly what I was talking about. So the world right now, we are so concerned with this like artificial things and like the shiny and bright and expensive stuff that we can buy and anything like all of those. They are not real. They don't really have any substance, especially in the spiritual world. The spirits do not care about where you drive. Your spirit does not care about where you drive or how you spend your time, how cool you are, as they say, right? That's high school stuff. So now we're older, we need to get over those things. For some reason, even as we get older, they still affect us. It's almost like the brain hasn't caught up yet with the reality of things and the reality of our existence, right? So when we get out of our own heads and we start living authentically, we also help everybody else um, go in the same direction, right? Is people look at you and they're like, oh look, that person is so happy and they're not wearing like Prada or whatever is cool these days. Sorry, I don't really follow fashion, but right they can just see that you are so happy and so comfortable in your own skin, right? You just have like such huge power of attracting people to you, and that has nothing to do with the way you look. It's just your energy. It's just being there and being real will attract people to you, and they will look at you, they will analyze you and be like, how come that person is so attractive? How come everybody wants to be around them? How come everybody wants to talk to them? They cannot understand, right? Because they are in that artificial heart, and they believe that you need to look a certain way or you need to be of a certain level of coolness to be attractive. But that is not true. It's your energy that proves your point for you. And the way we increase our energetic attractiveness is by working on ourselves, by healing, and most definitely and most importantly, by being authentic. When you really are who you actually are, you become like a magnet for abundance, for love, for even fame. Like some people were born for fame. It is the truth, right? And when you're like super natural and you're in touch with yourself, you know who you are, not because people told you who you are, but because you have figured that out. All the pain, all the happiness that you've had before, they all brought you to this point. They all showed you who you are, right? When you sit with your feelings, when you understand why you do the things you do, and when your decisions start aligning with who you are, right? It's like you've gone through the transformation process, you've understood your own personal energy, and it's like now you make decisions coming from that point from that position of truth and authenticity. And it helps people, it helps them kind of go in the same direction, and it's the easy way. Like, guys, this is the easy way out. Being who you are, it is not hard. It's seriously, it's just almost like it feels like coming home, like coming back to nature, right? You're thriving in a natural environment when you are your natural self, when you're your authentic self, right? And then relationships, I mean, it's a little bit hard maybe to do the shadow work because it's almost like, well, not almost, it's for sure an ego death, and that is painful in its own way, but even that is not true pain, right? It's happiness, is release, is freedom, is yeah, when you become who you truly are, it's almost like you're remembering who you are. It's not even like you're discovering it, it's like you're remembering it. Like the same thread goes through all your past lives, right? And who you are, it doesn't change from life to life. It's just the expression of who you are that changes as you go, as you reincarnate every time, right? So if we can manage to like strip away all the extra and all the fluff and allow just our true self, the inner child, and like the connection with your higher self to shine, that's where the secret is. But once we get to that point, everything is easy. Like life becomes very easy. Life becomes like water. It takes like the easy path, right? Like water doesn't stress. Water just kind of, a river will just run, and it just makes its way through the mountains. It cuts through like mountains effortlessly in time, right? So that is your authentic self. And when you live in that energy, people notice. Believe me, people notice. And they notice once, they notice twice, they notice three times, and then they start thinking like, there's something there. There's like a huge treasure in how an authentic person acts and moves through life and in the world. And yeah, you would set a lot of people on their own journey, right? And I mean, we can only dream of a world where everybody's authentic. Let's just hope this age of Aquarius will get us there. Yeah, there's a paradigm shift anyway in the world right now. I feel like there's a lot going on, and pretty much the only way to make it through this, I feel at this point, is to use your intuition. But to use your intuition, you have to be aligned, and you also have to come from an authentic place. Okay, what is the biggest lesson you need to learn about care? So this has got to do with your pride. Okay, so you need to understand that taking care of yourself is not, and I repeat, is not offering the world what they want from you. Taking care of yourself is feeling good. Okay, so when you work with your emotions, you learn your emotions. They teach you who you are, and you get to the point where you're able to recognize the fact that it's like, okay, now I'm feeling good. I am at peace, even though the whole world can be in shambles and fall apart around you. You are still at peace. You're still at a certain level of happiness that nobody can take away from you, and that requires you to throw away or discard the pride. And the kind of pride I'm talking about is, when we have like, something new, something expensive, or when we do something, we become really famous on a certain platform and stuff, and it's like you're so proud of it. It's like, okay, finally I don't have to envy somebody else that I'm watching. Right, that's the kind of pride I'm talking about, and that needs to be dropped. That needs to be dropped because it keeps you from being who you are, and there is no strength in that. We want to be strong, right? Like when you're living in your authenticity, you are a very strong person. And to be honest, nobody can really mess with you because there's nothing they can take from you. They have no leverage over you. So that is, yeah, that's a huge lesson right there. Oh my God, and peaceful among the thorns. Just as we were saying, like when you're at peace, when you live in your authentic self, when you work on yourself and with yourself, not the plastic things, the real you, you find a certain level of peacefulness, right? And it doesn't matter what's going on around you. You can still remain at peace, right? Like you can still be happy no matter what happens. And I know that is a huge statement right there, but it's a true statement. I personally, for one, fully believe in it. At the bottom of the deck, we have Triumph of Lies here. So we definitely want to stay away from lies, because when you triumph in lies, you you're victorious in putting yourself in an artificial cage. This is like a bride here, and she's like in a laser cage, right? So she's waiting to get married, and she's like super excited. She even has the price tag, so it's probably an expensive dress. But regardless, she's still behind bars, right? She's still in a cage because expensive things will not set you free. Is your true self and your authenticity and your intuition that will set you free and put you on the right path. And that I have nothing against money or about being rich or anything like that. You guys, money are abundance from the universe. I do mantras to attract money all the time and stuff. So I am most definitely not against rich people or not against having money by any means. Having money is a good thing, but having pride and letting the money control your life and your thinking and your heart, that is wrong. By that, I will stand. Okay, let's pull some tarot cards here. because I mean, it's a tarot reading after all, right? So naturally, we're going to pull some tarot cards. We're gonna do this runic tarot again. I love this deck. Okay, so let's see what about this bride in a cage here. And then we're gonna do artificial heart. So how can you care for yourself? You can set yourself free from limitations and from anything that is not natural and doesn't align with you. Oh my goodness, the Empress. The Empress is a person that lives in her truth. The Empress is always authentic. She might be wearing a lot of jewelry. She might be pampered. She might be famous, but she is always true. The Empress always remains true to herself, and that is the reason she's attracting all the things in her life and all the abundance. So yeah, I mean, this here is pretty self-explanatory, right? So how can you care for yourself? You set yourself free from artificial limitations, and that will get you into your Empress energy. And yeah, that is the most attractive feminine energy. Even if you're a masculine and in 3D, that you can definitely use your feminine energies, right? I mean, even men, guys, boys, whatever, they have intuition, so gender doesn't apply here. Okay, and how can you care for others with this artificial heart? So this is information. So you're giving them that information. My goodness, the cards really aligned today. Okay, so when you set yourself free from artificial limitations, you become this Empress that is an authentic person and attracts all sorts of abundance to her. And by being in this energy, you help people realize that they are using artifice, okay? And they live for artificial things. And then that is the information. This Page of Swords here is like you're teaching them. They are learning from you. Your light shines upon them. And then they want to be in the light as well. It's like almost your energy is infectious. No, well, not in the sense that it makes people sick, but infectious is highly desirable. Like people want to be like you because you're simply so happy and so comfortable in your energy. You are so healed that people wonder how did you get there? How can you be like this? Why is everything so easy for you, right? And they use you as an example, right? So see, I mean, that's the power of the Empress, you guys, and the power of being who you are, your authentic self. Wow, this is beautiful here. What is the biggest lesson to learn about self-care? Okay, so we have the Three of Cups here. So right now I feel when we don't live authentically, we celebrate the things we have, but those are not true celebrations, right? So the lesson here is that you celebrate. Um, you're better off celebrating when you are being who you are, right? Like being the Empress, being in your authentic energy is something worthy of celebration. All this like fake stuff, what do you use your pride when you want people to envy you as opposed to like learning from you and from teaming up with you? That's when you celebrate. Basically, it's not in a religious way, but it's that devil energy, like devil from tarot, right? So it's like you're chaining people down to you, right? We all know those people that are kind of like the life of the party because they are like so cool. I remember high school and everybody wants to hang out with them, but it's almost like people around them are like chained to them, right? So when you're in that energy of being like famous for the things you have, right? For all these artificial things, people are like chained to you. If you go away, then the people pretty much go away as well, right? But when you're in your natural energy, it's like you teach people something that will remain with them, right? And that's true power right there. That's leadership, you guys. And let's get a card here for this Peaceful Among the Thorns as well. I love this card. This is such a beautiful card. Everything is pretty much like going against you, yet you still manage to be stable, right? You still manage to be the human you're meant to be. I feel that oh man, like people like that are so powerful. And you know what? Good for them, because they've clearly done the work. Well, we got 3 cards here, so let's stick to all of them. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Eight of Cups. So this is pretty clear. So the Eight of Wands is some like an energy that is very direct, right? So it's almost like this guy here, you know, he's all in his like monk Buddhist kind of like energy, right? He's being attacked with this Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, it's something that goes really directly. So it's like an arrow that goes straight to the bullseye, right? So it's like you have all these like reckless people here that think they know something about life when they don't. This Knight of Wands is usually like a really like reckless, not very careful person, not very thoughtful at all, like really impulsive and destructive, right? So you have these people around you that are like pretty much attacking you with their messed up energy, their, you know, not so clear energy. And what you learn from it is that you can walk away from it just by being who you are. So it requires no action from you. You're just sitting there in your beautiful, pure energy. The whole world is like attacking everything, right? Trying to like keep everyone in a low vibration of fear and destruction. And this looks very much like spiritual attack as well. So they send you all these like negative thoughts and everything. And what do? Even though you're there physically, you're walking away emotionally, right? And that's why you're able to maintain your energy. They cannot affect you. It's almost like you're removing yourself emotionally from all this you know, like dangerous and reckless energy. Wow, okay. I like the way this went. Okay, what else can we do here? Maybe we should do like another yeah, let's just do one more of these cards, and let's see what else the energies want us to know here. Okay, so let's stick with this subject of being your authentic self here. Growth and career. So this helps you even in your career, even if you know, like with the occupation you choose, right? Because when you're in your authentic self, you choose a career, you choose to make money in such a way that aligns with you, right? And you become super creative, and then you're also really happy. Can you imagine going to work and not hating it, not being bored of it, not being tired of it? That's because if you choose a career that aligns with who you truly are, and that's assuming you know who you truly are, right? That's where we do the work. Then yeah, life just like gets like so much better, right? And then because you're attracting these things that align with you. Wow, I like that. Okay, so let's see right now on this card here. It says, well, okay, what should we use? Let's use this deck. But actually, no, you guys, I am really being called to use one that I am not finding right now. My daughter must have stolen. Oh no, here she is. Oh my goodness, she'll watch my video and she'll be like, I didn't steal it. Why did you say I did? She's 6. She's so sassy. My goodness gracious. Between her and the dog, honestly, I have no room in this house. They like rule everything. I have to be so strong. Okay, so let's see here. Your current career situation. Let's see what this will give us here. Yeah, so this is a growth in the way you move through life. One in Crescent. So you're at rest in your career right now. It could be that it's either maybe you're in between jobs or you decided to take some time off, you know, to do some soul searching, right? And yeah, my respect to you, because work is not everything. I know we all need to make money and survive, it's true, but at the same time, you are more important than money, and that's for sure. You use money. Money doesn't use you, right? Yeah, so it's either right now you are at rest, so it's almost like you're maybe just bored, like you just, kind of like go to work just to kind of go, but there's nothing exciting, there's no growth, there's nothing really happening, or you are like literally just taking a break from working right now, which they're both legit. Okay, how my current situation is preparing me for bigger things. Okay, so how is this restful energy preparing you for the future when it comes to your work and the way you make a living? Burn. Oh my goodness. So this is the peace before the storm, you guys. Fire. Okay, so because you're bored here or you're taking a break, and then a desire starts burning inside you, right? You're like, okay, I don't have, I'm not approaching this from a direction I should be approaching it from. I need a whole new way. And it's like you're burning everything down and starting fresh. Fire is really regenerative, you guys. Like fire as an energy is very destructive, but it also it helps you build, right? So it's like kind of like the phoenix, like the bird like dies in the fire and then he gets reborn again from the ashes. So I feel like that's basically what's going on here, is like some kind of transformation happening in your career. Maybe you're changing career paths altogether, but before you go into your new career, please make sure you do like shadow work or whatever kind of like psychological work you need to do, or spiritual work or journey. But figure out who you are first, so then you can align your career with you, and then you will be happy. That is the correct way to approach this. And where my career needs to go next, where does the collective's career need to go next? South Node, karma. Okay, so this is not karma in the way we think about it. This is karma in the sense of you get back what you put in. Okay, so here, man, the cards really do align today. Okay, so here you are at rest. You are not doing much work. What do you get in return? Pretty much nothing. You're getting the same thing. Even if you make money or whatever, it's just you don't do anything of value with those money. You pretty much survive and maybe like just spend it. Like sometimes recklessly. Hey, we all do that. I'm guilty, right? And so what you put in is what you get back. So at this moment right now is not too much because you are at rest. You're not investing any energy. You are not getting any energy back. Nothing of true value, right? Here, you decide something is wrong and burn it all down so you can rebuild again, right? And where your career needs to go next is it needs to go to a place where you can actually invest your energy, because then you will be getting something back, right? So it's like a fair exchange. Okay, so once you find yourself and you start living from an authentic place, you will be able to find a career where you actually put your heart into, right? You care about this new career or this new way of making money, right? You care about it so much, you go to it with happy, you put a lot of a good energy into it, and the universe returns it to you. That is just the law of the universe, you guys. It's pretty much science. So that's what the South Node card, karma card, speaks to. And a skill I need to nurture so I can move ahead. Okay, let's see what we get here. Ooh, I'm curious now. Okay. Sagittarius, joy. Oh my goodness. See, you guys, so you need to be joyful in your career, because when you're authentic and you get a career or you work towards a career that aligns with your authentic self, what do you get out of it? You get a lot of joy, right? And then Sagittarius, it's also a very good sign for money and abundance in general, right? Is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion and abundance, right? It's a very kind and beneficial and benefic planet. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this card came out, Sagittarius, out of all of them. My goodness, yeah. So it's like you go out there, you're exploring the world through your career, right? Or I don't know, it could even be something to do with traveling. I would not be surprised, or maybe dealing with different cultures or different people. And you put so much joy in it that you get joy in return from it, right? So yeah, this joy could be just good feelings and money. I think it's everything, because I mean, if a career brings you joy, it clearly brings you money too, or else you would be unhappy about it, right? So yeah, man, I'm telling you guys, that's what happens when you align. Like, the universe starts giving you back. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a simple process on the surface, but yeah, like, I mean, once you go in the right direction and you do what you need to do, and basically what you need to do is love yourself, right? But it's not as, I know it's not as easy as it sounds, right? Like, love yourself, because you cannot come from a place of ego when you do it. It really has to be a place of authenticity, right? It's like something that feels good to you, something that you've liked even as a child, before you started getting too deep into like all the social programming and the way society affects us and makes us feel and think about things, right? Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Yeah, so right now you're at rest. You're gonna burn everything down. This is the rest. Here is the peace before the storm. You tap into your anger, perhaps, or I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with anger when it's used properly and for to reach a certain goal, right? Then you burn it all down. Then it starts um, rising back up like the phoenix, right? Then you start realizing that in order to celebrate your new career, like the joy that your new career brings you is the celebration itself, right? Is like, ching ching, I finally got it. I get to play. Yeah, it's like a play energy. So it's almost like your new career, is going to feel like play to you, and that brings you so much joy. So it's probably you're even going to be working with people that align with you, because that's what happens when we're authentic. We attract authentic people to us, right? Yeah, so then you start getting a lot of joy from it and stuff, and that is just correct, right? That's karma, because yeah, karma is basically, it's almost like automatic. What you put out is what you get back in, even if it takes some time. Or I'm not saying this will take a long time, but the feeling I'm getting is that once you start living from a very authentic place, like, all this will happen like one after another. I'm not getting like any like waiting period, or like years going by, or next lifetime or anything like that. I could feel like it's going to happen pretty quick. Yeah, because it's like an automated process, right? It's a universal law. What you put out is what you get back. And when you start putting this joy into your career, you're going to be getting the same joy back. Wow, you guys, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, if you guys need like any help with anything, on this journey, just put it down in the comments, or on TikTok in the comments, and let me know. And then, I'll try to like make some videos that maybe like touch on the subjects, like whatever issues you might have, or questions, or like anything like that. I also offer readings as well. My website is kind of like getting built right now, but just let me know in the comments, and I will definitely try to help you guys as much as I can. I feel like we should get maybe like another one or two advices here. I don't even know if that's the correct word to use, but hey, who cares, right? As long as you guys understand what I'm saying. Sorry, I know I have an accent as well. It's probably sometimes hard to make out what I'm saying. Okay, so we need an advice. What advice can you give us for the collective here? And this can be for the authentic self and as well for the career. Okay, so we got two cards, probably one for each. Adventure and flow. Wonderful. Bottom of the deck, approve. Okay, so allow this change, allow this transformation process to happen. Like, go in the direction of self-love. Go in the direction of remembering who you are, rediscovering the things you like to do, the feelings you want to have, right? And that is like an adventure, you guys. Like, I mean, working with yourself is like having like your own best friend with you all the time, right? You start getting in touch with your inner child, you start aligning with your higher self, your spirit guides like start giving you messages and synchronicities. I mean, it's an adventure. It's like play. Oh my god, what a positive reading today. I love this. And flow, yeah, you start flowing with the energy, start flowing with the universe, and you just get into that flow of things, right? When stuff the good stuff just starts happening for you, right? Because you made something good happen, right? You admitted the fact that you matter. You look at yourself, you acknowledge that you exist, right? Like there's a reason we keep hearing in spirituality, the I am statement is like, yeah, you acknowledge that you exist, you don't need to be anything, you just need to be, right? And when you're authentic, that's like one thing that really stays at the forefront of your mind all the time. I exist. You cannot walk all over me, you cannot dismiss me. My actions have an effect, right? Like your actions are the cause, and you get back an effect, right? So you realize that what you do really matters, right? So you make decisions to do the right thing because you don't want to hurt others, right? You won't let people hurt you with their decisions. You remove yourself with the Eight of Cups here, right? And that's like, yeah, it's like a happy stoic. Oh my goodness, what a great reading today, you guys. Thank you for spending this time with me here. I think I'm going to leave it at this for now, and I will most definitely catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.